Guys, and welcome back to Ados the Great YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video, I will be ranking every single NRL Indigenous jersey for 2025. Now, the only tier list maker I could find was all the NRL jerseys, but we're not gonna rank all. This will be an incredibly long video if we do. So I'm just going to rank the Indigenous jerseys for each team. So I've got all the pictures up. Shout out to Clarkie's Rugby League column and Gallery of League for putting together these little slideshows on Instagram. Also, shout out to Clarkie. What a cap. Absolutely love it, mate. You're a legend. All right, let's get into it. So the Brisbane Broncos Indigenous jersey is this one just here. All right, so Indigenous jersey for the Broncos. I'm actually going to put it in average. Now, look, I think that if an Indigenous jersey is done right, they are easily the best jerseys in the NRL, without a doubt, in my honest opinion. Anzac jerseys are incredible, but I think Indigenous jerseys are the peak. I'm saying that as I'm wearing a Rabbitohs Indigenous jersey from 2018, but I love the Indigenous jerseys. I love the Indigenous artwork. If it's done right, they're incredible. I do think the Broncos have missed the mark a little bit here. But I will give a shout out to Delvine Cockatoo Collins, which is also my last name as well, not the Cockatoo, but the Collins, for the artwork. I just think that the Broncos, they've, look, compared to, it's nice, but compared to a lot of the other clubs, I think I'm going to put it in the average section, unfortunately. Obviously, I don't think there is a bad Indigenous jersey, but I do think there are going to be some that are better than others. All right, guys, before we continue this one, if you could leave a like and hit that sub button, it'd mean the absolute world to me. Without you guys, I'd be nothing. So I do thank you so much for your support and ongoing support too. You guys are incredible. All right, next one is the Canberra Raiders. So that is this fella here. That one, that's a nice design as well. I do like that they've sort of blended the Toyota forklifts in a little bit better than they normally do. I do still think it takes away a bit from the jersey. Look, I think they could have done something else with the logo. I think it's better than the Broncos. I'd say it's a good jersey, but again, I do think they could have done a little bit better with it. I think the artwork is incredible. Shanice Miles did the artwork on that one, so shout out to Shanice for that. But I'm a bit disappointed with the sponsoring. The forklift one's okay, but it could have been better. Same with the Canberra Airport one. I think they've missed the mark a little bit on the sponsors. But outside of that, it's a nice jersey. But I can't. I've got to keep that great and God tier for probably about 6 or 7 jerseys that I think are incredible. The Bulldogs jersey is one of those ones that I do think is incredible. I don't know if they've actually got it on here. They don't. I apologize about that. No, they definitely do not have it on there. So I'm just going to use the home jersey, which is such a shame because this is. I'm just having a look to make sure that it's not anywhere else. Oh, that sucks. The Bulldogs. This is the jersey. I'm hoping you can see that. I hope it adjusts. But that's the jersey. It honestly looks incredible. It is one of the better ones, so I'm going to put it in the great section. Probably only going to leave 3 for the God tier, but the Bulldogs Indigenous jersey is incredible. I'm just very disappointed that they don't have one on here. That does suck. All right, next up we've got the Cronulla Sharks. Another jersey. The whale jumping out there. They've implemented the Aramex logo in with it perfectly as well, in my opinion. The artist behind the Bulldogs one was Chiara Fernando as well. And the implementation of the brands are great on the Bulldogs one. The Sharks, I think they've done really well with their sponsors as well. Aramex, I think that's fine. It's incorporated very well with the design. I'm popping that one. I'm putting that in great as well. I think that is such a good jersey. This one was done by Jordan Adler. So shout out to Jordan for that one. I really do love the design of the whale there as well coming up out of the water. That looks incredible. It looks incredible. Yeah, I love that jersey. The Dolphins one, so that is this one here. For the Dolphins, I think they've done a decent job to incorporate the sponsors there. This design is done by Lyndon Davis. Um, it's a good jersey. I'd probably put it in the good tier. I do think there are better ones, but it's still done really well. Yeah, as I said, I think they've incorporated the sponsors quite well. The budget direct on the sleeve, not a massive fan of that, but outside of that, still done relatively well. I like it. All right, next up we got the Gold Coast Titans. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little bit disappointed with the Titans one, and it is that one there. I'm going to put it down with the Broncos here in average. Look, man, I think they could have done a lot more with the design. I hate the lottery office. Like, I think this would make the design a lot better. I know it's their logo, but if they got rid of the colors from the lottery office and just had lotteryoffice.com.au, I think that would make it look 10 times better. But look, it's a decent design, but yeah, I think there are definitely better ones than this one. This one was designed by Christine Slab. The Indigenous artwork on it is incredible. It's just that lottery office logo really is disappointing. All right, next up, the Manly Sea Eagles. The design, the artwork on it is bloody brilliant. I love this artwork from Chantel Nettleton. I would probably say my biggest issue with it, again, the URM sponsorship. I don't like how that is positioned. Um, yeah, I feel like they could have done. They've got so much room up the top too to add to the design. I'm a little bit disappointed with Manly's. It's still, that's a sick design down the bottom. Like, I'm probably going to put it in good. Um, but I think that a lot more could have been done, and obviously Chantel's got amazing designs and artwork, so that could have just decked out the entire jersey. I think where the artwork is, it's incredible, but again, sponsorships and stuff, I don't like the placements of them. That's my opinion, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. All right, next up, Melbourne Storm. Melbourne Storm always do a damn good design, and this one is exactly the same. I really rate this design. Again, though, I don't know if it's on this list, which again is very disappointing. So again, no Melbourne Storm on this list here, but they do have a damn good design. I'm going to be putting that one into great with the Bulldogs and the Sharks. I love this design. David Rowe designed this one. I love the stream there with the turtles swimming up there. The Indigenous artwork on this is incredible. This is a brilliant design. I really do rate this so much. All right, next up, we've got the Warriors here. Where are the Wars? So that's this one down here. Again, simple design, to be honest, but still a damn good one. This is the artist behind this one is Jaden Hokianga. It's a good design. The 1NZ logo, I actually think works well with a lot of jerseys. A little bit more of a simplistic design, but still good nonetheless. I'm going to pop it into the good category here. I like it. Could it be better? It could. And like, obviously, there's jerseys that are just 10 out of 10s. This one is up there for me, but it's not on the same level as these three up here. All right, next up, we've got the Newcastle Knights jersey. That is this fella down here. This one was designed by Renee Lamb. This is incredible. I love the artwork on this one. This looks really good. I like that the NIB logo, it's just white, so it doesn't take away from the design. There's not much of a design on the sleeves, so I don't mind the McDonald Jones logo there. It works well. I think this Knights one is really good. I'm going to pop it in the great category. I really like the Knights design. I think they've done a very good job there. All right, next up, the North Queensland Cowboys. Wow. This has got to go. This has got to go to the top, man. This has got to go to the top. This is one of the god tier ones. This looks incredible. The design actually gives me goosebumps to how it looks. It's got like a galaxy sort of feel to it. It looks so good, man. It really does. So this was by Vincent Barbier. Incredible design. The Toyota logo looks fine in the middle there. There's nothing wrong with it. Couldn't really do too much more with it, to be honest. All the other sponsors, that they go in well with it. I think they've nailed this one. This is a perfect Indigenous jersey, in my opinion. All right, Parramatta, they also have a very nice design. This is designed by Sean Duncan Kinchella. Awesome design. They've done extremely well as well. Not on the same level as the Cowboys, but it's definitely around that great sort of area. I love the Eels design. It looks incredible. So shout out to Parramatta. I also think that the sponsorship has been incorporated quite well in the jersey also. So yeah, very, very good design there. All right, next up, the Penrith Panthers. Another one that I am definitely going to be putting that one up into God tier. I love this design, man. It is incredible. It is so good. This is designed by Natasha Fordham with Glenn Lydiard. So very clean design there. Apologies if I pronounce any of the names wrong, but this jersey is incredible as well. The My Place logo I think is okay. Probably would have tried to get rid of that black background behind My Place, but everything else is incorporated very well in this one. Incredible jersey. I love it. All right, next up, the South Sydney Rabbitohs. This is by far one of my favourite designs from the Rabbitohs in terms of Indigenous jerseys. It is designed by Joe and Destiny Walker. Incredible design. I think they've nailed this one. The incorporation of the MG logo. Again, I would have probably preferred it to not have that black background around the MG. I would have rathered it to just be like you could see the design behind that MG logo. I don't like the Ingenia holiday parks either. I feel like they could have taken that black backing off there and just had that in white. But look, outside of that, it is arguably one of the best, if not the best, Indigenous jersey for 2025. Yes, I'm a Rabbitohs fan, but damn, at least let me be happy and proud of something this season, and this jersey is 1000% it. So shout out to Joe and Destiny Walker for that one. All right, the Dragons one is next. A very good design. I like it. I think the Squadron Energy sponsorship is good in there as well. I hate the blue sponsorship on the sides of it though. The design is incredible. Shout out to Kane Wright for that. But I didn't think I was gonna have that many up in the great tier. This is a great jersey, but those blue sponsors on the sides, they really do ruin it for me a little bit. I'd nearly have that one up in God tier as well because that is such an incredible jersey. But it's blue sponsorship on the side. I hate that, man. I hate that. It just takes away from what could be an incredible jersey. The Sydney Roosters. It's not often I say something nice about the Roosters, and we might not even have their Indigenous jersey on here either, which does suck. So I'm going to utilise their normal jersey here. But the Roosters Indigenous jersey is a 10 out of 10. It's one of the better jerseys. The BYD logo it just fills in there incredibly. They've incorporated the sleeve sponsors really well into the jersey, in my opinion. I think they've done an incredible job here. The artist behind this one is Casey Armfield Stevens. An incredible jersey, 10 out of 10 Roosters. This is brilliant. Next up, and finally, the West Tigers, who also knock it out of the park with an incredible jersey as well. I'm going to put it in the great tier. The Pepper Money's not bad. It's not. The sponsor integration is actually not too bad, to be honest. I would have rather them just get rid of that white background again, though, and just had the Pepper Money in red and black there. But outside of that, I think it's a really good jersey. I think they've done an incredible job. And that's probably going to wrap it up. If I put them in order, it's probably going to be like this. I think Storm's probably just ahead of the Dogs for me. I think we'd probably go the Dragons. Oh, actually, I like that Sharks one. I'll probably go the Sharks above there. I think that Tigers one was incredible also. And then probably the Eels one there. Come on. All right. Then down here, it's probably going to be like that. That's fine. I'm happy with that list. I think this is a damn good list. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. What changes would you make to these jerseys? I would love to hear from you. And if you could, leave a like, sub, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.